Welcome to the Marble Sports Worldwide Podcast, where we discuss and analyze your favorite marble sports. From JMR Marble League to Algodo tournaments, we'll make sure you never miss the action. All marble sports, all the time, right here on the MSW Podcast.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Marble Sports Worldwide Podcast. Man, my audio spiked. Is there something wrong with my game? Chat. My name is Brendan.
A bit energetic. And I'm Commander Wolf, and my audio did not peak because I'm very careful.
Man, I think I just get louder than I think I am without even noticing sometimes. I guess that audio went like right to the roof and ceiling, roof and floor. Like it was just flattened. You know? I don't know. But anyway, welcome to the podcast 132. We don't ever say the date. What's the date today? July 8th, 2022.
July 8th.
I had trouble stumbling through that. 2022. July 8th. And we are still going. We are still going with this show. We got a lot to talk about today. We have a fun little special segment today.
Ooh.
But what else has been going on? Anything interesting? I've been getting better at ping pong. This
okay.
True. No, bear with me. I've been getting better at ping pong. And I remember first time, because I started learning ping pong, taking it more seriously is probably not the best way to say it. But like, I used to like not understand how to play. It would just move way too fast for me. And then, like, I would just be the guy, like, just trying to tap it and keep it from like flying a million miles. But I wanted to like learn how to be decent. So my friends who I see a lot down here, they have like a ping pong table at their house, and they play a bunch, so they're pretty good. So I was like, because I go there a lot, I hang out there once or twice a week. So I was like, oh, teach me how to play ping pong for real, so I can like actually be decent. So they've been teaching me, and I remember when the first day I started playing with this guy named Caleb. He was trying to explain to me to like feel the flow of the game, you know, don't think about hitting it, just like flow with the game. It's like fluid. Everything's fluid motion. And he was just going on and on about it, you know, just kind of like, and you know, you're feeling it. You don't have to think about it too much. And I was like, great, that's not helpful. Cause I'm like not used to it. So I'm trying to think about every shot and like stare at my paddle. But after like a while, I guess most recently, I finally have understood what he meant by that. And now like I really flow when I play, and everything's kind of like a flow. Every motion's kind of getting ready for the next motion, I guess is the best way to say it. So I've really enjoyed kind of like getting better at ping pong, where like the ball's moving pretty fast, and I don't even know how I'm doing it. I just am doing it, you know? And then like if I was looking from the outside, I'd probably say like, wow, that ball's moving fast, you know? So it's always a lot of fun when you like look at something that you're like, wow, I don't know how those people are so good at that. And then you learn, and then you get that good, or at least close to that good, and you can look back and be like, man, now I'm here. Now I'm actually as good as those people I saw, you know? So that's always very exciting to see. But ping pong, that's what I got for you guys in this intro.
Yeah, I mean, that's very cool. I always see like tracking personal growth and stuff. I always like that.
Tracking personal ping pong growth. Yes, that's what we do.
For me, I don't know if anything really interesting has happened. Work has just been work so far. The only really thing that's been interesting is that I've been taking my voice acting more seriously. I've been auditioning for more roles. I've actually started auditioning for paid roles. Maybe I can actually advance to making a career out of it.
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too. I think I'm realizing that I can't handle the work hours that my current work job is. So I might not be able to last for more than like 2 years. So we'll see if I can make my hobby into a career.
I wish you the best. Yeah.
Thanks, man. I'm doing my best. Other thing, there's a game called old iOS game called Symphonica that isn't on the App Store anymore. But I have the game, and so I've made a channel for the past year. I've been like working on archiving it and stuff, and the 10th anniversary is coming up, so I'm basically finishing the archive. Gonna be powering through, gonna like have daily uploads for like 2 months in a week or something like that. Like it's gonna be a big project. I'm looking forward to finally finishing this off. It's been something that's been part of my life for a while now, so kind of excited for that too.
Great. Racing Marble League. Racing Marble League. What do we have to say about the Racing Marble League? 4.83 thousand subscribers. All right?
Mm-hmm.
They're almost at 5K.
It's pretty good.
They also really suck at their schedule. I'm looking at the page right now. It says Elite Race 2, 5/29, 2022.
Yeah.
It is July 8th. So just saying. Shit.
Yeah.
But they do their best and they always produce well. But if you're listening to this, if you know people who like marble sports, tell them to subscribe to this channel. They're almost at 5K. 5K is a big number for a channel still getting off the ground. So definitely go show them some love. This channel is part of the future of marble sports, I believe. I can't think of a channel besides JMR that's again stands out in quality and creativity than this channel. So definitely go support. If you're just a marble sports fan, support those creators. Support them. All right? Go subscribe.
Indeed.
Get people subscribed. Someone, if you're listening to Stinth, are you listening to this? Shout them out in the marble base. Come on, man. This channel deserves a shout out. Who cares what Dion thinks? All that being said, that's enough for the intro. Let's head to the news, and on the other side, a special guest and a special episode.
Hello, Marble Sports fans! I'm Commander Wolf, here with the Marble Sports Worldwide News. We got a quick one, so let's just get right through it. Race 8 of Marbula 1 Season 3, the Stardust Accelerator, was quite the space-themed race, with rockets, a booster, plastic tubes, and even planets orbiting overhead. This race was quite the challenge for many racers. For instance, Red Eye, who started out in first, fell very quickly all the way to 18th by lap 2, although they did manage to fight their way back up to 8th by the very end. On the other end of the spectrum was Billy, who started out in 15th, but by lap 3, they had already managed to make it to first place, and they held on to that for the entire race. They got fastest lap by lap 5, and by the end, they managed to win by 7.28 seconds over Arup in second, and 7.35 seconds over Tumult in third. Only 4 races remain, and yet the competition has already started to narrow down. In the individual standings, nearly half of the marbles are no longer able to win. For the overall, it's still technically possible for the Pinkies to win, but it is exceptionally unlikely. They would need an absolute miracle. But this is marble sports, so who knows, it might just happen. Well, that's all for the news. I know it's short, but thank you for listening. I'm Commander Wolf. You are the best fans in the world. Let's kick it on back with the podcast.
Email the show. mswpodcast@gmail.com. Email the show. We like to hear from you. So do that. Let's welcome our special guest for the day, Super Yak, or as we call him, because he was very vital in past trivia segments when we took those seriously. It's time for the trivia segment. Blah, blah, blah. Trivia Yak. So welcome to the show once again, Trivia Yak.
Hello.
It's good to have you back on the show, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Great to be here.
I don't know if we did a whole. Did we do a whole trivia thing last time? I don't remember.
It was.
We did.
It was like the ultimate trivia battle or something. I don't remember who won.
Well, I guess. I think I won that. I totally won that.
Brennan won it.
I totally
Actually, I think
did. That's right.
I think I have the score somewhere. Hold on.
Well,
I don't know
checks
why.
For those. Well, he checks for those. I will say. So this will be, I guess, Trivia Battle 2. We'll try to do these every once in a while. I have fun with them. Waff has fun with them. He has fun losing. But
Okay, all right.
we'll see. Maybe he'll tie it up today. But before we get into that special part of the episode, which will be more the back half, we're going to do a little, of course, Stardust Accelerator, but we're going to kick off with some emails. So while Mr. Yak there is finding those past scores, I will kick us off with a couple emails here. Email the show, like I said, mswpodcast@gmail.com. We are back from the news. Here we go. Alex writes in. He doesn't have a long email this time. He has a very short one. He just says, subjected, ain't nothing but a heartache. And he says, Team Galactic has the best track because the Green Ducks won. And that's all he has to offer. That's all he wanted to say. So that is noted. I will agree that they had a good track, and we'll talk about it. I will agree I like the Green Ducks winning. And they came back from like 17th in the qualifiers, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I made a mistake, and like I read the email before I watched the event because I'm an idiot. So I knew who won the event before I even watched it.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, but the rest of the race is cool.
The race was very good, and we'll, like you said, we'll get into that. I think the best way to get into that is what Edu is going to give us, which is a very long email. By the way, I got a new phone. I upgraded to this iPhone X. I know it's not the newest one. I just didn't want to pay $1,000 for a phone because who wants to do that? I don't understand. Like, who's paying? Who is doing that? Who is we're tangenting. Who is paying $1,000 for a phone? I don't understand. Like, it's $1,000. That's how much. Let's look. We're on the Chrome here. iPhone 13 cost. It's iPhone 13 starts at $800. The Pro starts at $1,000, and the Pro Max $1,100. Who's paying that? For what?
And the thing is, like a lot of it's like not even like amazing anymore. Like the newer phones are like they make you update and stuff, and a lot of the newer updates are just like not good. So that's why I like I had an SE for the longest time. It was amazing. And then, like, the cellular service we were doing said, nope, you can't have an SE anymore, so I kind of had to upgrade. But, like, I have an 8, I have, like, an 8 Plus right now, and I'm like, I don't want another phone.
I'm also very careful about upgrading. Like I mentioned in the intro about like the Game My Archive. That game was back on back when iOS devices were using 32-bit processors. It doesn't work with 64-bit or iOS 11 and up. So if I had upgraded a whole lot and threw away my old phones, I couldn't play my old game anymore and archive it. So like so there's actually a merit to keeping old devices on old software.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah. I do have this old. I'm also still on the webcam if you're looking at the YouTube. I have this old iPhone 6 here, which was my iPhone before I upgraded. By the way, the story of... Okay, iPhone 6. I'm not going to go into the story of how annoying it was to transfer the data between the two phones and how useless the Best Buy people... The Best Buy people were useless. Who buys an iPhone 13 and who forgets to charge the phone while transferring the data? You worked there. They worked there. And this phone died 5 minutes before the end of the transfer.
Oh my god.
Do you understand? What did I just say, Waff? Do you understand the words I'm saying in my mouth right now?
I understand.
And they sent me home. They said, you can do it on your own. They sent me home, and then this phone locked me out, and I went back there, and it was, oh my god, I had to waste so much time. I was almost beside myself. That was unfortunate. But, this was annoying. But I got the X because it wasn't too expensive. I have this iPhone 6. If anyone wants an iPhone 6... It's like, I'll factory reset it. It's like a big one. It's like a Plus, a Max, or whatever. I'll sell it for like $100. I mean, shit, they go for $100. Let me show you. On the Best
Are you serious? We're doing this right now?
iPhone 6. Boom. iPhone 6. If you want iPhone 6 cheap, Best Buy. Yeah, we're doing it right now. Stardust Accelerator. I don't know what that is. I don't...
Marble Sports Worldwide Podcast? What is that?
Welcome to the podcast, Super
No
Yak.
sports worldwide, just worldwide.
Yeah, iPhone 6s sell for $129,
No marbles
$119, $179 pre-owned. I mean, I'd sell it for $100. So, if you want I will ship it to you. And I'll pay the shipping, and you paid $100, and you can get it. You can get a factory reset iPhone 6 if you need to play like your Geometry Dash on your phone or whatever. 8-ball pool, whatever you want. It's a decent phone. Can't complain. It's worth $100. all that being said, the Best Buy people are annoying. iPhone 13s cost way too much, but Trivia Yak's on the show, so let's read this damn email.
This is an intro story, dude.
I don't know. This is where I wanted to go with it. Trivia Yak, are you doing good over there? Anything you'd like to tell us while we're in the tangent zone?
I believe Brandon won by 1 point, but my standings could be off, and I could be looking at the wrong thing as well.
I'm pretty sure I remember the 1
sounds
point
right to
victory.
me.
I feel like I like vaguely remember it being close and then like it being 1 point in my favor. So and like we have I'm like freaking out over it. But we'll take it. Let's read this email. Second email, a much longer one. M1GP8, too much novelty, written in by Adu GJ. MSWpodcast@gmail.com, by the way. Have I mentioned that, Waff? Have I mentioned that today in the show?
You literally started the discussion section.
I never heard it.
Yes, you did.
Trivia Yak never heard it. Okay, here we go. Edu says, Team Galactic is all about space and technology, and they surely would bring this to the track. The only thing that this Stardust Accelerator has in common with the old ML 2020 track is the name. It's much larger and debuts two features, the tubes adapted from MX and the accelerator, synonymous of booster. Not quite. We'll talk about that later. So, what's the result of this combination? How did he bold text in an email? I don't... This is bolded. Well, look at this camera.
Yeah, there is an option to bold in the when you're typing.
Yeah.
Only Adu would really... I love Adu for that. It seems... Okay, so what is the result of this combination? It seems that many racers struggled to adapt to all the novelty on this track, opening the door for surprises such as Pinky Panther winning Q1 by nailing the end of the first sector, or Red Eye having a poor start. Poor start is an understatement, and dropping to the lowest of the 18th. Yeah, 18th, that's terrible. Even the cameras were struggling to keep up with the action. About the features, the accelerator was a good addition, as the circuit would be very slow at times, and I believe marbles would stop without that device. The tubes didn't do too much, working almost like a permanent yellow flag zone. We'll talk about that too. The few racers who took the inside also had a critical momentum disadvantage on the exit. That is, we're talking about a lot of things in the same wavelengths today, Mr. Adu. As for the race, a runaway leading pack that was stable. It was a stable pack. Apart from the fight for second in the last lap, not much going on except for some marbles rising through the pack. A race that was hard to follow at times. In my opinion, not that good. However, I have to say, a huge bronze for Balls of Chaos. The fight for podium stays heated. Okay. Super Yak, start us off. Thoughts? Any initial thoughts? Like, you had a lot of good things to say there. So any initial thoughts that you want to just jump right into? You can pick anything.
So, I think I kind of want to touch on like everything just a little bit. I don't know.
Start with one. Trust me, I'll lead us through everything. I have the email open.
Okay. But I kind of want to start with the booster, and I kind of feel like that's the first. There's so many significant things that come with that. And there's so many ways you can interpret that. I mean, JMR is very, very famous for sticking with a conveyor belt, and where other channels like Fubica and RML moved to the booster. So you can raise several questions here. First off, is JMR trying to, I don't want to say catch up, but like be with that group? You know,
catch up might be a good word.
Yeah, and. Or is JMR just trying to appeal to that crowd who likes a booster? Or are they just trying to test it out and say, maybe we'll do this for season 4, maybe let's just see how it goes here. And then the tubes are definitely very interesting to look at. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. With the booster, you notice you're not putting the marbles on Mach 12. You're putting them on Mach 2 because they're going faster, but their speed decreases by the time they've gotten to the tubes as they hook around that hair, which is very interesting.
That's a good point.
Yeah, and I mean, and then also like the speed boost right after it. I'm looking at the video looking at the race video right now. The speed boost and the hairpin right after really helped to decrease that. But the tubes are very interesting, because I mean, as Edu pointed out, the inside of it, like you're in some ways are screwed if you take the inside because you don't have momentum coming out. If somebody's coming around the outside about to pass you, well, you can't really do anything about that. And then also, like, I've seen more times than not on the inside of marbles hitting the entrance and just getting like knocked up. You know, I think that let me find an example. There's some examples somewhere, I don't know, but where like they come out and they hit the entrance of the tube.
Oh, you mean like when they hit the side of the tubes and kind of bump in and they lose a ton of momentum?
Greg mentioned that at one point for one of the racers.
Yeah. And I feel like it's like a second conveyor belt that they have to get used to timing the perfect entrance. Yeah, and then let's see. I felt and the one of the other things that I felt super interesting was the camera work. This race was by far the most. I wouldn't say it was bad, but I don't know if it was a problem with the marbles getting spread out or design of the track. The camera couldn't keep up. The camera was not focusing on Billy when he went into the finish line. Yeah, there was the finish line camera at the very end, but the camera was focusing on Arab and Tumult battling for second place. Or no, I think it was Mocha and Tumult. Hold on, somebody was battling for second place. Yeah, it was Arab and Tumult.
Someone was doing it.
Arab and Tumult had a brain fart there, and they're focusing on one of the sections of the thing, and Billy's meanwhile crossing the finish line. And I feel that contrasts with like so many other tracks in which you can have a camera showing a fight. Meanwhile, you can see the racer finishing in the same camera frame. And this is like the first time that's never happened before.
Right.
There's a lot.
A big part of that is because like that it's almost a 7.5 second gap between the two of them. Like it was such a foregone conclusion. It's like, okay, watching the Billy win the race isn't exciting. Let's actually focus on what is exciting.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a lot here. I want to address like everything Super Yak says is worth addressing. So here's what we're gonna do. Woff, I want you to remember camera work and speed in this race.
Okay.
I want you to keep that bookmark because we're coming back to that. I have a lot to say about that. But let's address the first topic because you brought up a lot of thought-provoking questions and just thoughts. Really, let's start with the features. Let's kind of roll back here. Roll back, get it? Because marbles roll. Shit. All right, let's roll back here and think about the features. Now, I'm gonna say this as concise as possible. When I first saw the map for this course, that little map at the beginning that shows you the features and the course and the little picture with all the sectors listed, this course was a 10 out of 10. When I saw the execution, this course became a 7 out of 10. That's as concise as I can put it. To expand on that, the features chosen, I just paused this video, the features chosen for this course were extremely good choices. Extremely creative choices. This is creative as JMR has ever been. This is as creative as JMR has ever been. I'm going to say it one more time. In Marbula 1, this is as creative as JMR has ever been in this series. Yet the execution of how they assembled the creativity, assembled the features, put them out there on the track, takes this track from the best track to a track below most of the tracks we've seen this season. 7 out of 10. If I'm in a bad mood, 6 out of 10. That's unfortunate. So let's start there for a moment. Why is it bad? Really, why is it bad? And Super Yak brought up some good points. If you want to start with the booster. Again, the booster was a great choice, and I think in general it was used well. But let's look at what happens with the booster. Marbles really almost... by the time they hit that turn, Marbles really almost... drop back to their normal speed. The booster only really is for that longer straight. I was hoping that it would be like, you don't want the marbles to to have to go through the tightest of turns on the booster speed, but
Right.
at least a little bit more speed. Like they really took to that hairpin at like maybe a 1.3 times the normal speed that they're going, or even up as 1.5 times, and they did not. And
a great idea for me. Like if it's in like a much less sharp S curve, like snake curve, like they boost through and they're like weaving back and forth, almost like bobsleds,
like giant wide helices, maybe.
Yeah, something like that. Yes.
Yeah. And see, that would have been creative. I think the hairpin still would have been fun if it was executed well, but it was not. Now, I am not going to complain too much about the booster because, again, they didn't want to overdo it. It was their first time using it. But what I will complain about is the hairpin. Because I have a big problem with the hairpin. And it's a very obvious problem. It's the first thing I noticed. I started, 1 minute into the qualifiers, I noticed this. Every marble, 9 marbles out of 10 slip right over that barrier.
Yeah.
It drove me nuts watching. I was like, Greg, say something negative, please.
My OCD is killing me with that when they go over the band with the
right.
band. That's not how they work. That's not how it works.
And to me, it bothers me because, I mean, they obviously play tested this track. I don't know if play test is the best word. They tested the track, and they probably saw that. They could have put something a little bit taller there so that marbles that get to the inside line really get to the inside line. Because on paper, it's such a wonderful feature. You have to choose your line early on, and that's going to choose your line for about a third of the course, because you stay in that line into the tubes.
Well, and I found that one interesting too, because if you take the inside and the outside, it's not a normal hairpin. The inside normally is going to get you faster on a normal hairpin, but now you have to deal with the tunnel and then coming out, you have less momentum. But if you go on the outside, which normally is not an amazing choice, and as we've seen in Marbula 1, it comes out at the end, it's better.
Yeah, because you were hurt on the other end of the tubes. Here, again, maybe it's better said in the list. What were the big problems? The execution of the hairpin before the tubes. You had that middle barrier. Not good, not tall enough. Marbles kept slipping right over to the far side, even when they chose the near side. Booster into the hairpin, probably not as fast as it should have been, though again, with the problems they had in the hairpin, I guess we can't complain too much about that. But again, coming into the tubes, problem with the tubes, marbles bumped off the sides of the tubes entering every time because they left the tubes as just a straight circle shape. So you had to be very specific about where you entered to not bump off the side. That's a problem. They couldn't have widened it out. They could have just pushed down the top of the tube a little bit, maybe use a little bit of tape or something, and they could have widened the opening of it. The easy way to do that, or had something that funneled in a little bit better. That's a problem. The tubes were single file, so you couldn't make any passes at no point in the tubes. Listen, for some of the length, that's all right, but the tubes never joining together, always being single file the whole time, not ever widening out for some passing, that's a lot of the race that you're just stuck in single file. I mean, and if you're going to already mess up the ability to take that inside line consistently, you're really messing it up when you keep the tube single file and unmerging. Tubes come out into an immediate 90-degree turn that makes no sense. So everybody on the outside line whips around the outside fast, but everyone on the inside line knocks right into the wall, and has to redirect all their momentum. That's a lot of problems. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 problems. 5 problems in execution with a course that should be a 10 out of 10 on paper.
Dude,
and Super Yak, I will give him credit. Thank you so much. You pointed out pretty much all 5 of them in your initial speech, and they're all true.
Thank you.
Yeah, I remember seeing the image for this on Twitter, and they're like, "Oh, I saw all these plants around." Like, this is aesthetically going to be the best race of all of them. And I got to the race, and marbles, they almost feels like they're leveling out, or and slow down right before they hit the booster. So there's loss of speed before going into speed. They almost always never go into the inside lane. Like the tubes, people are also talking about how the tubes maybe right up against the wall and pass each other. That's a cool visual in your head, but that's not possible because 1, it's a straightaway, so it's harder to do. But 2, they're not, as you said, they're not really wide enough. If they were wider and they were more curvy, maybe you actually could have had marbles riding up on the wall and going around.
If they were elliptical shaped, basically.
Exactly.
They were not.
That would have been really cool. or maybe like having them like half of it like be the tubes individually, then they come together in a big old slalom thing.
Right,
I
and they
think
come together in a bigger elliptical half pipe, or they both
Right.
split into their own big half pipes. Something where there's time for passing. I like a little bit of single file because it forces marbles to make delayed choices. That's fine, but that's a lot of the track to be single file. And honestly, I'm even
Right.
okay with that if all the other problems don't exist. If you have a good exit, if you have a good entrance, if you have a consistent hairpin when you have to choose the line beforehand, and if you have a well placed booster, and if you have a ease of entrance into these single file pipes. None of those things existed. You made for an extremely inconsistent race. And listen, I love the Green Ducks, and they're a great team, and they race fast, and they deserved every bit of the win. But should they have come up from 18th and won? No, they should not.
And by such a wide margin, the race was so boring to watch because of that.
I will say they did
Like,
start
and, like,
15th, but it's not much of a difference. But no,
Yeah,
I
you know what I'm
I
saying.
agree. I think
And
like, if you look at the
yeah.
oh, sorry.
No,
I-
I mean, I'm not. I'm basically just saying that's a testament to the inconsistency of the design of this course, the problems of the design of this course. That is a testament to it. The fact that two marbles scored top 5, by the way, that started below 14. And not because they worked their way up lap after lap, couple places each lap, which would have shown marble skill and based none of it on the inconsistency of the design.
Yeah, and EJ posted this graph that someone made. I don't know who made this, but like I posted it down in the public chat. Basically, like the average time gap between like it just decreased so drastically. Like marbles were getting slower as the race went on, and it's just like how or I guess it's more like the gap, I guess, between like part of it is maybe like the other marbles getting slower while Billy is getting faster, and it's just kind of crazy. Like it was so uninteresting to watch. We haven't really talked about the aesthetic more. Like I'm a big aesthetic guy, so aesthetically, this is probably I would say this is their best course, but they didn't utilize it to its full potential. Like I like the rocket structures, and you're like the tubes. The tubes are visually kind of cool. The booster almost like a rocket launch. That's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
And the planets and the way they rotate, like, and the cityscape with the planets in the backdrop, all that's really cool. The problem is that the planets are only really like in a wide shot is only viewable like once.
The planets
You
are
can't
nice,
take in the full majesty of like the whole aesthetic except for like one shot in the entire race. And it's like, couldn't they have maybe been more planet stuff and starry things
well, I feel like
near the track?
it's just a general M1 thing. They focus more on the aesthetic of the surroundings and the general like decoration stuff during qualifiers as opposed to the race.
I also want to say, and I think I almost thought you were going to say exactly what I was going to say, which would have made me went nuts, but you almost said what I was going to say. Their focus and decoration is more on the human perspective and less on the marbles perspective. And that makes it harder for us, the viewer, because we are to see things from the marble perspective, because that's how the camera work is done. More to the marbles perspective and less to the humans perspective. If we were humans there with gel, we would enjoy this course more how it is, because we'd be like, we can stare at all the planets, we can stare at the whole mural, yay. But we're seeing things from the marbles perspective because we're watching the race with the camera zoomed in on the marble shit, right? So we need decoration that focuses more on that perspective, that plays up to that perspective. They have 100 planets out there in the sky when you go to the wide shot. Take like all of them and put them near the track. So when you're zooming in through the leads, when you're the leading marbles and all the racing, we can see the planet spinning right next to the track. And you know what? That makes a lot more sense if we're trying to all be more cognizant of the marbles perspective through this whole process. I mean, the point of marble sports is that we're seeing things from the perspective of a marble, a viewing marble, or a racing marble. Okay? So that's how decoration should be executed so that it makes sense to a viewer. And they don't seem to understand that. They go through all this work, Waf, Trivia Yak. I have to say your name now too because you're also here. All this work to put up this mural, that's a wonderful mural. You know how hard it is to paint a mural like that in the background here? That takes all the time. I'm sure that takes more time than putting up this track. That is a amazing mural. And the planets, and you know what? We don't get to see that much of it. We do not actually get to see as much of it as we do the same marble drome track, and the same connects things under them, and because they don't put it in, the perspective is very off. I can't. It baffles me the small things that they don't pick up on after watching their own videos year after year after year. I mean, me and Waff pop in here once a week, and we see all the things. We have a list. We have a list taller than Waff. Maybe not taller than me, but taller than Waff. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Of things that JMR could do. Small things. Easy things. Let me stress that. Easy things. It really is not that hard. A lot of the fixes that we've proposed, they're just different. Not really hard. That they could do to make things more immersive for a viewer, and they just miss them. They just miss them, and they're just small. They're small. They're little things.
Dude.
Now, I will say...
I just caught the Newton's Cradle on my eye briefly in the shot on the screen. I forgot the Newton's Cradle was there.
I think it was a really nice touch.
I will say that they did put that, like, globe or whatever in the middle of the two pipes there. And Greg did point that out a few times.
Yeah, which is nice. And see, those are things that really add to the perspective. But, again, I mean, there's just that lack of understanding the perspective they're offering in the video and then matching that with everything else they do. And I don't know.
Like here's a way. So like people might say, like, well, putting the planets really close to the grass would kind of look weird. Here's an idea, and I had like to make the aesthetic super cool. You replace the grass with a black ground and stars,
which would have
you
been
cover
bananas.
all the pillars with a blackout paper. You make the track and light up the track. So you make the track look like it's floating, or like the marbles are racing in space and stuff.
Yeah, but
then it makes sense for the planets to be closer to the ground, and it adds to the aesthetic of it all. It's like, this is like they're in space racing. Do you know how cool that would be?
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
Like, there's like lights on like the tubes, like they're like boosting and launching off.
I was thinking of glowing up tubes too, and I wished.
Brennan, I said this. You put a big tube in front of the booster with the lights, like they're rocketing off into space.
Oh, which would be, or like a whole tunnel, a clear tunnel with like little
Space Mountain,
Christmas lights,
like Space Mountain,
like Space Mountain. Whoever understands what we mean by that, good.
Disney World.
But and see, even at that, like other planets that hung near the track, like for example, I've paused at a nice shot here on the Chrome. You could have hung a planet right behind the hairpin in the back there. You could have hung a planet at just above the level of the track. You could have hung up. Let's go forward. You could have hung a planet. They did put that nice.
Great idea. Put like Saturn or Uranus with its rings going over the track.
Yeah, something like that.
And wrapping back around.
Something like that.
Like oh my.
I mean, these are things that like they're already going through the way too many hours of work to paint the mural and to make the styrofoam planets. If you're gonna do that, then use what you've made. Right?
Like,
use what you've made. Put it into play. You spent all this time on it. Put it in the track. Let me see it in the video. Play
Brennan,
up
I had another great idea.
Characteristics that you spent all this time on. Does that make sense? Is that hitting anybody else's ears? Am I the only one thinking this? Super Yak, can you nod along with me here? Because it's just so much time is spent on these features and they're not seen.
I'm
Guys,
nodding.
That's a little bit of a rant. Someone could clip that if they want to.
I just got another good idea. If the track could be even bigger with like more space, like there could be a big wide section where there are asteroid obstacles, like almost like the dodge, and like a giant asteroid belt that they race through.
I would have liked, and see that makes me think what I would have liked to see. And listen, this is bananas. They already did a lot of creativity in this, so this would have been extra bananas.
We'll give them credit there.
I would have
they
liked
made a
them
step in the right direction.
to hang little asteroids near a portion of the track, and so they have asteroids hanging near, like little ones, and then it blurs under the track where then there's like different just oblong rock pieces on the track, and it looks like those rock pieces are part of the whole asteroids hanging around. So they're going through an asteroid field. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that I always come back to is me and Waf thought about this for 10 minutes. 10 minutes we've spent putting our minds to this. We didn't think about this earlier in the day. We spent 10 minutes thinking about this, and we came up with that. Asteroid field, race through the asteroid field. That takes much less time than to paint the mural to set that up on the track. I just don't get why they don't think these things through when they live this every day. We spend 10 minutes on it a week.
Right, but there's something to be fair to them. One, like, we should give them credit for making it something in my direction. This is aesthetically the best track that I've had, and also we had the benefit of seeing what it currently looks like and then putting our ideas building off of that. They did not, and also there's something to be said about having a fresh mind about it. Like they probably been thinking about this for months, and they're stuck in their own head.
So
but we just come in here and we have a brand new thing.
You know?
So we'll give him credit where credit is due. It is aesthetically it is a cool track, but it can be even cooler. It can be so much cooler.
I am apologize for the excess ranting, though I do sometimes get there with this topic. But I'm gonna throw back to Trivia Yak here. I'm gonna ask you first of all, if you have any features that you were thinking of, please share them. Along the lines that we were talking about, anything that you thought would be cool in this track. And then also we want to hear your rating out of 10 on this track, your overall rating out of 10. Go ahead.
Well, I think I like Waff's idea of the asteroids, but I think what if we put them in the curve between the curvatures at the very beginning? Put them how it's waves and weaving around. Just put the asteroids on each corner and stuff, So it looks like the track is going in between the asteroids. You don't even have to redo the track at all. Just,
Yo!
Yeah, make it look like you're racing through the asteroid field.
Yeah.
Have asteroids
you're weaving between asteroids.
Marbles can have asteroids. I mean, come on. That's fine.
Yeah. And you have the planet spinning, so just you can make the asteroid spin too. That way it just doesn't look like a hunks of rock there,
Right. And you have to the key here is blur the decoration into the track, so it looks like the track was really built in an environment, not an environment added to a track.
That is the most perfect way of explaining how this feels. Oh my word.
Good. All right. More from you, Yak.
I think
thanks, Fox, by the way.
I would agree with you, Brendan, in terms of different ratings, the track rating itself. Not looking at execution or anything else, I would say the track rating is probably a 9 out of 10. With the race and everything else, I'd probably give it a 7, 6, maybe.
6 in a bad day.
6.5. I don't know.
That's fair.
I don't know.
I haven't given my rating yet. I think 7. Even though we said it could look so much better, I do want to say this is still a cool track. That the aesthetic does save a lot of this race. It really does. I will be generous enough to say a 7 because I want to give them credit for really trying this time with the aesthetic, because there have been so many races in the past where they just did not try almost at all. So the fact that they are really putting effort in, I greatly appreciate it. All the complaints we said are just for them to make it even better.
I'll say this about it. In terms of the creativity and aesthetics, they took a step forward, but they could take another step forward as well in perfecting it.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. And when it is their job, this is how they make a living for the most part, you to some degree kind of expect them to take the next step forward. Listen, I'm not saying I understand how. I'm sure this process is so much stress and so much work that
absolutely,
it would overwhelm me in a moment, right? And I'm sure. By the way, just to decide, I'm giving a 7 out of 10 too. Again, it started as 10 out of 10, but like we went through all the problems with execution on the features, bring it down. But I understand that it's really overwhelming. But if I'm sitting there doing this and I'm overwhelmed because of so much work to do all the editing, all the blah blah blah. But if I've been doing this for a while though, then I'd be if I'm making a space themed course and I'm gonna go have the mural made and I'm gonna have the planets made and I'm gonna I'm gonna find all these crazy, ridiculous structures that look spacey. To, I mean, it looks like in the background, it looks like the Jetsons. It looks like someone painted a scene from the Jetsons. It really does. The art is incredible. I'm gonna throw a few rocks on the track. So it looks like an asteroid field. I'm gonna just toss them on there.
No,
I'm just gonna.
He just starts throwing rocks as the race goes on.
Right, right. A little bit of pubic a hand. I mean, like it's like a comparison from the lesser to the greater, where the lesser is what's missing, not the greater. We're not missing the mural. We're not missing the giant, millions of times size more big than marbles planets. We're missing tossing rocks on the track. We're missing making the tubes a little elliptical at the start so that the marbles can get in. I mean, like, what do I have to say here?
Wow. That was angry. That was very angry.
No,
that was so genuine.
That was a little bit too much. But like, you know what I'm saying? It's frustrating to hear. It's frustrating because it's like again, you're missing the little things. But I'd buy that mural. I'd buy it. I literally purchased the mural and put it in my room. That's how good this art is. I don't know who did it. They did a wonderful job. But like,
I can't remember their name, but they have done all the murals and they have done a fantastic job.
And because the things we bring up are simple. It really, really. I rest the case. I'll come back to it a different episode when they make a new version of the honeycomb dome. I don't know. All right.
Yeah.
With all that being said, anyone else have any other thoughts on the Stardust Accelerator?
I do feel like
I feel like we.
I was just gonna. We're probably gonna say the same thing, Wolf. I don't know. I was just gonna say I think we should talk about like I don't know go into roleplay mode and discuss like how like because all we've been doing is ranting about track being good, track being bad.
We do that.
Yeah.
And I'm
I was really about to say this.
I do want to point out first things first. The Green Ducks were in 19th before they won in the overall standings, and I mean like I heard you guys talking about like Speeders underperforming, but I'm like yes they are underperforming. But the Green Ducks are like they got third last season, and like they were at 19, and now they're actually stepping it up, Yeah,
and Billy jumped 22 spots.
I mean
with
that's
that
absurd.
win
That's
in
insane.
the overall marble standings.
It is.
You know what that says, by the way? Do you know what that says?
Down.
Do you guys understand what that means? What that means is that the winning marbles really dominate the top 10. Because Billy just jumped over 22 shitty marbles. That's with one win. That's what he did. That says a lot about the kinds of marbles that win. The marbles that win are the marbles that also usually are in the top. I mean, that makes sense. Red Eye is never going to be in the bottom. So, I mean, like, you know what I mean? But, like, Billy jumped 22 with one win, right? Which is crazy because he wins again. All of a sudden, he's up in the top 5.
Yeah, like in Red Eye though, like we talk about, like bringing up Red Eye here, they did terrible.
Well, they had an unlucky
No, they came back. They finished
lap.
at like 8th.
Oh, did they?
They finished 8th.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry, I needed to rewatch, but like
Red Eye did.
Yeah, they did come back.
Yeah, Red Eye did a nice slow lap by lap comeback, but like it was a very bad start, very bad first couple of laps. That's very true.
Yeah, they squandered their advantage. Also, I just want to point out, okay, I'm the last guy who likes hating on marbles, but I'm going to say this to make a point to Term, who continues to defend this marble. Rapidly, with 4 races to go in the season, is now incapable of winning the individual the ranking.
Dude, Rapidly
and
has
he continues to say that
4
Rapidly
zeros.
is a great racer.
Okay, I have opinions on that
sorry.
too, but
No, those are zeros for first, second, third. Sorry, I figured he has 19 points though. 19 points. That's terrible.
I do have opinions on Rapidly, but I don't know.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm surprised we didn't lead with this. Talk about Rapidly for a second, because we've been yelling about it for years.
I don't remember if I talked about it last time when I was on. I feel like I did, but I actually have no idea. But I felt like, because it was after season 2 last year we talked about should be on, and I think I said in like chat somewhere, or maybe it was an email. I said I wanted to wait for Marble League 2021 because I said, well, I wanted to see like if there was any like if he could turn it around, or if there was like any like one marble that would stand out. And I feel
Mhm.
like, and I looked at like some of the events, and I feel like it's definitely like, is it a risk putting him in? Sort of, I don't know, but then again, it's a risk putting any new player in. Um, but I felt like since Rapid League got a gold in the triathlon, and like none of the other marbles really like, my next pick would have been Swifty, because Swifty is like,
Swiftly.
Swifty's the next is the next best racing marble, and Swifty did what did Swifty do? Swifty started good at the hurdles and then tripped on the second run, um, and didn't do good later. And then the shoot, hold on, what was the other event Swifty did? Let me find it. Uh, Swifty did oh, I think it was the no, it wasn't the Elam race. He did something else. It wasn't a speed event. Um, and but either way, I was like, I feel like Swifty just like, I feel like Rapidly performed well enough in the racing events in the 2021 ML to justify keeping a spot. And some can make the argument of, well, ML doesn't matter, ML and MLM don't translate, which, yeah, is true. But it was enough, this is enough of a bubble case for, I think, it to warrant a look at it. And I mean, I think another good case is, I mean, Yellup. He was like 31st, second overall out of 40 marbles last season, and he's still here. Why? Because he was the one who got bronze at Marblecross to clinch the Marble League victory. And I mean, Yelly's a very qualified marble. I mean, they could have put Yelly in Sand Rally marble.
Well,
I
Hellup is
mean,
also unable to win this season points-wise and has the same number of points, mind you,
As
that
Rapid.
Rapidly does with 19 each. And I would say to you, sorry to cut in, but I'm cutting in. This
no,
is
that's fine.
Rapidly we're talking about. I would say to you that it's very clear to me, as much as it's wonderful to point out what they can do in Marble League, this is season 3 now of Marbula 1. We started having this conversation in season 2, and season 3 has been no better for Rapidly. Season 3 has not been good for Yellup either. There are and listen, Mellow Yellow has less to play with. It's more of a risk to put another Mellow Yellow marble in than to put another Savage Speeder in. But when you have the and listen, some people are going to say it out loud with me at this point because I've said it so many times. When you have the arsenal of the Savage Speeders to choose from, it is a risk more than worth taking
But
to try a new marble in season 4 at this point. When you
tell yes, but tell me that the arsenal is well stocked when Swifty cannot perform well in the moguls or well enough in the hurdles, whereas Rapidly is performing well in the triathlon. Your arsenal that you're
Well, yeah,
considering
is
switching up.
performing well, and then isn't in Marbula 1, which means that they don't translate well, where you can't really make that translation. And I would say you can't. I would really say you can't.
I would
You
say,
can't make it.
but I feel like the translation is necessary when you're choosing to put somebody in. When you're choosing to put somebody in, where do you look? You look at the Marbula, you look at the Marble League racing events. And if they're not performing well in those events, then they're not qualified.
Well, I mean, I would say to you that when you're a coach and you have to make a choice to put a marble in, and especially when you have because when you talk about the Savage Speeders, you're talking about 5 marbles that are overall athletic.
Yes.
I mean, even the bench of the Savage Speeders would really be a good use to a team like the Cobalts or the Turtle Sliders. Like, he would lead that team. You know, that's what we're talking here. We're talking about overall solid athletes. And when you have that, and when you're a coach, you need to make decisions based on the information you have, not the information you assume. And the information we have is that Rapidly did bad in Season 2 of Marbula 1. There's no way around that sentence. Rapidly is not doing well in Season 3 of Marbula 1. There's no way around that sentence. Rapidly, not just that, but is putting up zeros. It's one thing if Rapidly was a steady, 6-point marble and had a couple golds, because then you can make the argument, well, he's always in there. It's just that he has to hone his skills a little more. He's putting up zeros. He's putting up zeros. He can't even win this season. He cannot. And so it's the information that's directly related, no translation required, looking at 2 different seasons of Marbula 1 tells me that when I have an overall arsenal of generally very athletic marbles, it is worth a risk to try someone new. I can translate as much as I want from Marble League, but I'm going to come up empty if I don't give it a shot. And if I put Rapidly in Season 4 saying, well, he did good in the triathlon, let's keep banging our heads against the wall, and he puts up another low point, that's a risk it's a risk worth taking by far to me.
I would say right now, he has not performed up to the expectations that he should have. And unless he sits here and gets 2 more golds, like he kind of did, I don't know. Then we get stuck in the same rut as last year, and I don't know what to think. Maybe we'll do the whole process over again. I don't know. But I will say, Rapidly only has 1 0. He's got 4 points, 8 points, 7 points. He has less zeros than Cerulean so far. He has less zeros than Bonbon, who has a gold. He has the same number of zeros as Orangin. He's performing not well, but he's not atrocious. You want to know who's atrocious? Prim. There's other marbles that are more atrocious than Rapidly is.
Right, but we have to reframe our context. If Rapidly was on Team Primary, there would be no discussion.
Okay, then,
but Rapidly is on the Savage Speeders, so there is a discussion.
So
it's terrible for Team Primary is not terrible for Team Savage Speeders. Not the same.
Although Prim was good in Season 1.
Let's not talk about, I don't want to talk about Prim. I don't really want to talk about Prim.
Yeah, and Edie was also kind of. I think our fans were also kind of sick of us dumping on Rapidly. Quickly other marbles like Prim, Pinky Toe, Crush, Hazy, Wuspy, Hazy, up to Hazy are all still in the single digits.
I guess this comes up more because this team has won, and this team is usually and often a top 2 team up until this year. So it comes up more. Though, I don't know. It's hard for me to see. I guess I see where you're coming from, Mr. Yak, but it's... I don't see it that way.
I'll say also, the podiums, I feel like the way he turned it around at Season 2, I don't know. And I will say that last time I checked, of course, I haven't been on the Marble base in a while, but when I checked I was towards the end of Season 2, most of the community there did think that Rapidly should stay in.
Right.
And I think
now he's showing that he's not performing well this year.
Well, right, if the season ended right now, I would take him out. If it ended right now, but that's the same thing I would say 4 races in last season as well. If the season ended right then, I would take him out. And then the last 2 races, he stepped it up. Now, is he gonna? Now, I don't think he can do. If he were to get a gold and a bronze the last 2 races, I would probably say take him out because you can't pull that same gimmick again.
Sure,
that's not the way you stay in by only trying 2 races. But I think it's still, and I feel like I don't like to make decisions in regards to this. What we know now coming in is that Rapidly's bad to mediocre right now. He's not amazing, but I would say we don't know those stats coming in. What we know is super inconsistent. We're super inconsistent 4 zeros, yet 2 podiums in which he appeared to step it up. And I don't know if it's good to. I don't know if it's. I don't know. I feel like. I don't know. And then, but pivoting away from Rapidly, I would like to point out another stat I found a while back, which is.
Please do.
So, my predictions. I have 2 predictions, or a couple things, in that there's a couple interesting things. The very first race of Season 1 and Season 2, the top three, the podiumists, individually, they have all ended in the top 11 at the end of the season. Now, I know someone can come back and say, well, like literally almost every podiumist does that. So let me point out something different. The podiumists, both season 1 and season 2, the teams have finished top 5 at the end of the season. So that would mean that the podiumists for Tumult Turnpike Race 1, the Rangers, the Balls of Chaos, and Team Primary will probably end up in the top 5. And I know that sounds surprising for Team Primary, but think about this. You guys dump on the Snowballs all the time. Do you expect them to get 4th in season 1?
I don't. No, I did not.
They got 2nd place, and they got silver in Savage Speedway. They got 4th. So, I mean, and listen, right now...
So you're saying podiums from the first race, those teams always finish top 5?
Yes.
Wow.
And I'll go through it right now. Season 1, Savage Speedway. The winner was the podiumist was Starry, Snowy, Hazy. Galactic finished 5th as usual. Snowballs finished 4th.
I like you, Super Yak, for that.
Snowballs finished 4th, and the Hazers finished 2nd. Season 2, the winner. Season 2, Minty Mania, Crazy Cat's Eyes, Green Ducks, and Momo. Crazy Cat's Eyes won. Green Ducks got 3rd, and the Momo got 5th. And so, I mean, I'm looking at the team standings right now. All those teams, the Rangers are in 2nd, the Balls of Chaos are in 3rd, Team Primary is in 6th. They're really on the bubble of getting past Team Galact 5th right now.
That's so cool. That's cool.
That's a cool statistic.
A strong start carries. Wow. Wonderful stats, Super Yak.
Thank you.
That should be the highlight of this episode. Cut all the rapidly stuff out. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
No, that's really that's very insightful. Thank you for sharing that and noticing that, having the perception to see that and see not just that it exists, but it's important. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate to cut us off here, but like we're running out of time, so we should do the trivia segment.
This is gonna be a longer episode, Wow. This one will get posted on the Reddit too, because definitely since you're featuring, we want to make sure people get to hear from you. That was good. I almost want you to. Can you write down to clip that? Because that's worth like a separate little like short upload so that people hear that stat. Because I like that one a lot. So
just like I don't know, just like write it down or something. I don't know.
Write a note, Waf, to cut that, and then like you did with the last blooper, write a note to cut this one, and then like upload it as a short or something. Wonderful stat. That's worth 7 episodes of material on Rapidly. That's great. I really appreciate when people notice little things like that. To me, that's on par with when I went crazy about Red Eye's pinchering movement or whatever he did that we noticed, that we analyzed that one episode. That's easily wonderful. Anyway, let's do the trivia.
Now it's time for the trivia segment. Come on now, let's go.
Let's I thought it was gonna be 25 minutes. It's 55, and we just maybe kind of ending Stardust, so that's great. Trivia Yak has prepared in his by his namesake 10 trivia questions for me and Waf to do battle number 2. So we're gonna do that. It's gonna be a longer episode, but bear with us. If you're still here, you're probably happy it's a long episode. If you're not, well, you're not hearing this, so I don't have to worry about it. All right, let's. Trivia Yak, explain how the trivia is to go this time.
So I have 10 questions, and I've done a little bit more effort in determining point system. I don't know why I chose that, but I don't know why I chose that to spend time on, but I did. So each question is worth. So like question 1 is worth 1 point. Question 7 is worth 7 points. So like the harder you go, the more points you get. Question 10 is like special, but we'll get to that. I'm not 100% sure. I was thinking of doing like make it take it. So like if you get like a question right, you get first dibs to answer the next question. Do you guys like that, or do you guys think
I'm
not?
Okay with that. I'm okay. Fine, why not? Let's do that. But then I guess who would get to start then? Would I, because I won the previous one?
The first one is a gimme, so it's literally just saying the answer first.
Okay.
Are y'all
And then
ready?
and then after the first one, we'll go in order for whoever won the previous one.
Yeah. So you
Okay.
so if you, let's say Waff gets the first question right, I would ask the question two, and he would have the first shot at answering it. He has one. If he gets it wrong, it goes to Brendan. If you guys can't guess the answer in three guesses each,
Then we
then
have to
nobody gets any
pass.
points. Yeah,
Yeah.
no points.
Yeah, and
Okay.
and I guess whoever gets it right then would get to start with the next one then.
Yeah, yeah,
So the only one where we
Okay.
have to like be stressed out is this first one.
yeah. And well, question 10, we get rid of the make it take it as well. It's
Okay.
special. I'll get there.
Gotcha.
All right. Are y'all ready?
Let's do it.
All
I'm
right.
excited. By the way, thank you, Trivia Yak, for doing this. We
Oh,
really enjoy these. So
no problem.
I'm also inclined to almost upload this whole segment as a separate segment, just because it's
Don't give me too much work, Brendan, please.
I mean, just cut it and upload it. So, like, I don't know, because it's fun little, it's a fun little game. We'll see. Anyway, go ahead.
All right. Question 1. It's a gimme. What rolling objects are the primary focus of the YouTube channel Yellow's Marble Runs?
Marbles.
Haha, I was first.
I heard Brendan
was first
first.
to
It was super close.
Oh shoot.
All right.
Delay was different on my end.
Don't worry. It's only worth 1 point. Question
Okay.
2, worth 2 points. Which team won
Why
the
do I get to
2020
start?
Which team won the 2020 Black Hole Funnel event?
Oh,
Oh, sweet. Mother.
I get to start, so
Yeah.
I get a second here. Oh, what? I should know this.
Yeah, you
I
hate this
feel-
event. Things you hate,
I
you
do
should-
hate
you
this
know.
event. This is my least favorite event in all of Marble Sports.
That's why I asked the question on it.
Wonderful. Oh my god, this is a bad event, by the way. I want to lean Savage Speeders. I don't know why.
Is that your guess?
It's not Savage Speeders. I'll go with Savage Speeders.
All right, that's correct.
Dang it, I
figured.
knew
I
it.
don't know why. Vague. No.
All
All
right.
right, 3 points.
Yeah,
gonna
Brendan's
roll through
up
all
3
these.
nothing. Question 3. Name the 4 teams who have been in every Marble League to date.
So
If you
for
don't
one
get 'em
like
all-
this,
What? If you don't get them all, then
I
I'll
have
just
to
go
get 'em all.
to WAF. Actually, I'll just go to WAF either way. I don't know how. Just name is
So like
name
for
4
ones
teams.
where we have to give more than one answer, do you want to do it like partial credit and split the points, or do you want to do like you have to get all of them to win?
It'll be hard to split it because it's a 3-pointer.
I could do like just 1 point each, so I can make this one worth 4 points. Yeah, actually, I'll move this to question 4, and I'll just switch it with question 3. That'll make it
That's
easier.
fair.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
put
right.
all the ones,
All right.
like, just even it out, so we're splitting points on ones where we have to give more than one answer. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
3, this is me.
All right. So question 3. Name the podiumist for the 2021 San Moguls race.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Yeah. You can name teams. You can name individuals. I don't care. And this is partial
so I
credit.
can-
So this is question 3. So each one's worth 1 point.
I can say teams, and that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna go from Sand Moguls. I'm gonna go Cat's Eyes, O'Rangers, Hazers.
All of those are incorrect.
Wow.
Um,
I
Oh wow.
I will go with Galactic, Mellow Yellow, and the Midnight Wisps.
So Mellow Yellow was the only one you got right. I will point out the Galactic and
Okay.
Midnight Wisps didn't qualify for 2021, but
That's funny. All right, back to
Oops.
me, I guess.
hey, all that
Um,
matters is Waff gets first dibs at the next question, which I asked. Name
Oh,
the 4
so
teams.
even if I get two of them,
Well, you didn't get
I
in.
would not get first dibs.
You
Well,
didn't
you
get
said
it.
we go back and forth in 3 times.
What?
You said we go back and forth 3 times.
No. If it's make it take it, but like, so because for this one, I think since it's like a partial credit, it's only just gonna be like once.
Fair.
Because I
Okay, that's
told
fine.
you which one's right and stuff. Actually, I
Okay,
didn't.
okay,
I told
that's-
you Melio's right. Actually, but I
Yeah.
haven't told you the other right answers. If you want,
Right,
we
that's
can
what I
keep
was
going.
saying. So we could still, if you want to still play it back and forth for 3s no matter what, then
Yeah,
that's
do
fine
you-
with me, because then it gives chance for all partial credit. Then whoever gets the most partial credit should get to do the next one.
Okay, so Waff has one of them. So Brendan, in order to win, you kind of get both of them. So your
So
next
I
shot.
guess we I do have one or two. I have two more chances. So does Waff. All right.
Yeah. Just name 2 teams since there's 2 teams left. So.
Oh, so we can only name 2. That's fair.
Yeah.
This is hard. Sand Moguls.
You hate this race.
I don't mind Sand Moguls. Oh no, but this Sand Moguls was bad. Yeah, this one was bad. I lean Indigo Stars, and I lean. Do I want to say that? No, I lean Chocolatiers and Indigo Stars.
That is both of them. You got both of them.
No way!
I'm not joking.
Dude, the look on Waff's face right now is so funny.
Yeah.
No way. Did I really just get both of those?
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah,
Marble
yellow...
Sports, man.
I'm sorry, Waff.
That is crazy.
Alright, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so,
Waff, I'm so sorry, man. That's so funny. Did I really just guess? But I almost said Rojo Rollers, and I was like, no, I feel like Chocolatiers. I had that vague memory that Marble Sports connoisseur in me screamed. Yeah. That's so funny.
All right, so you get dibs on. You get dibs on first question on question 4.
So
Name the 4 teams who have been in every Marble League to date from 2016 to 2021.
I'll take it because of some partial credit here. I'm gonna go. Obviously, Savage Speeders has been in every one. They have not missed, and they probably won't ever. But now I get blurry. Believe it or not, this is not an easy one. I want to say Mellow Yellow, so I'm gonna throw Mellow Yellow out there. I want to say. I feel like Waff knows this. I want to say. Savage Beaters, Mellow Yellow, Rangers, and come on, Thunderbolts.
That is all 4 of them.
No!
But I thought Mellow Yellow didn't make it one year.
No, they made it every year. They've just been inconsistent every year.
Look at Waff, he's so mad.
We shouldn't have done this system. We should have done an alternate.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh, this is good. No, we have to do it now. I mean, dude, the harder questions I'm gonna fall flat.
But man, does this suck.
But don't worry, Waff. Since each question is worth 1 point, there's still like room for you to catch up and stuff. So
yeah, and they're hard. I'm not gonna get like 7 right. I mean, it'd be very rare. Though I will say the fact that I've been so I've been really happy with that. I've actually gotten some of these right. Like man, I didn't know I was gonna get them right. Okay, cool.
So
what I'm saying is I'm proud of myself.
So question 5, Brendan, you get first dibs. Which team, known for being one of the worst overall JMR teams, placed 4th in the Amazing Maze Marble race?
Limers.
How? That's correct. Yeah.
Well, you said known for being one of the worst. That's easy for me. Waff made the Limers trash emote. He rubbed that in, and that's what you get, Waff. I get the points now.
There's so many other choices you could have chosen, though, like snowballs.
Dude, when you said known for being the worst, Limers.
That's true. All right.
Also, who would do well in the Amazing Maze race besides the Limers, right?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And also, I vaguely remember them doing okay in that. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. So we're doing 5 questions. Point total is how many is that? 3, 5. No. Brennan's up 14-1 right now.
That's great. Yeah, because it was like 1, 2. So that's the first set of 5. Okay. Yeah, no wait. I got 5, and then I got 1, 2, and 2. So that's another 5. So 4, 14. I added wrong in my.
Yeah, and then Waff got 1. Yeah. Question 6.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Question 6. Which M1 track holds the longest race time one year, but another year it held the shortest race time?
You mean like fastest lap or just overall time?
No, so one season it held the record for longest GP time, like overall time, and then another season it held the record for the shortest GP time length.
Is that like when marbles release to when every marble finishes?
It's from when they're released to when the first one finishes, according to the wiki. Is what the wiki has.
Okay, so let me try to break this down. And you said this was over the first 2 seasons?
1 year it was the long. It doesn't matter if it's first 2 seasons. It could be season 1, season 3, season 2, season. Yeah.
But
it's different
seasons.
seasons.
It's appeared more than once. I'm gonna go. Oh, my inclination here is my inclination here is I feel
Is not the correct
The
answer.
Arctic one. What's the Arctic one? The Arctic Circle?
Arctic Circuit? No, that's not it. So
The relief on Waff's face.
yeah, no, it's because remember, so this is a track that would be used in like separate seasons. Because one
Oh,
season it
so
was
wait, that
longest.
didn't appear. I thought it appeared in 2 seasons. Never mind. I have this
No.
really often.
Anyways,
All
Waff's
right.
turn for once.
Wow, this is your chance. You
Fine.
better. You better, man. This is good. This is very good. We
If
should
I'm not
do these more often.
mistaken, and I'm pretty sure I know this, is it not the race?
It is correct. That is the Air Raceway.
I was
Yes!
it floated through my head, but I didn't see how that could be the fastest and then the slowest. So it just
It's
didn't strike
weird.
me.
I don't know. It's
Well, Waff, you've cut it in half.
I have 7
Within
points.
7.
I'm halfway there.
yeah.
And if you get this next question right, you're tied. You realize that, right? Shit. Okay. Well, I better be good here.
Yeah, that's why the make it take it and then like increasing points like is not it, like kind of works and stuff, you know.
I
So
like to make it take it here. This
Yeah.
is good.
so
All right, go ahead, Waff.
question
Good game.
7, Wolf gets first dibs. Which M1 course is the only one with decreased the number of laps from season 1 to season 2?
Uh-oh. I have it's on the tip of my tongue. I don't remember.
It's Wolf's turn.
I know. I'm just thinking aloud.
Oh.
Trying to distract him. Is it the 5-meter sprint course? Is it the balancing circuit? Is it the black hole funnel raceway?
It is the black hole funnel. That's correct. No, of course not.
If it was black hole funnel, well, all right, off. Be smart here.
The Mo motorway?
No,
I'm gonna go Greenstone.
no.
Ugh,
That's one guess
Grayson
each.
wasn't even in both races.
I thought it was. Nah,
I don't think it
tracks
was.
Are not good then. I thought it was
Okay.
2. I remember Greenstone twice.
Greenstone only was in season 1.
Really?
Yeah. You're probably thinking of Racehorse.
Just to clarify, it had more laps in season 1 than it had less in season 2.
Yeah.
Why?
Okay.
Oh.
In that case, shoot.
Because it was heavily criticized for it. Not heavily, but it was criticized for that.
Don't give too many hints here. I don't want Waff to think this one through. I don't want him to think this one through.
You just don't want to get tied.
No, I don't.
Savage Speedway?
No,
It's the old Raceway, isn't it?
it's not the Air Raceway.
It's not the old Raceway, even with the record change?
No, because it was.
I literally
So-
said that.
So I will tell you, in season 1 it was the shortest lap time, and in season 2 it was the longest lap time. It was the
I
longest race
figured
time.
if it was the other way, and then it was like one of those weird, funny follow-up questions.
Yeah, I know. I see
thought-
how. I didn't even realize I could just make it like a trick question like that. I didn't even think about that.
That was very good. It inadvertently. I guess this is our last guess each. Go off.
Yeah.
This is hard.
I love how Brennan guessed the thing I said in my first guess. Wait. No, I didn't. No, he
You said
didn't. No, he
the
didn't.
Motorway.
I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. Never mind.
Yeah, you are.
Forget.
You are
My
struggling.
bad. Wait. What was that hint you just said earlier?
What do you
People
mean?
highly criticize this one.
Oh, it was criticized for the fact that it went down in laps.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think y'all talked about it. I don't remember. But
I don't
I
think,
think
you did.
I think you pointed it out. I don't remember to be specific.
I mean, this is season 2's a long time ago now.
It was.
This is a good question.
I'm trying to remember the tracks for there. Oh man, there's so many. I guess I'll go with Pallet Park.
No. That was only in season 2.
Oh.
I would.
Oh yeah. What am I? I'm an idiot. Ugh.
Sorry.
I would. God, this is hard. This one's hard because then I have to
That's why
remember
it's
some
worse.
season 1 too, and that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
We're gonna kick ourselves when we know this. I feel like. See, I'm not gonna guess short circuit but I want to, but I know that doesn't make any sense. Short circuit wouldn't cut down in laps. That wouldn't make any sense. So it can't be that. Also, I'm not 100% sure if that was in season 1, but I feel like it was. Season 1. What was in season 1? It wasn't Midnight Bay. Because that wasn't in season 1 either. I'm pretty sure that wasn't in season 1. The only one that makes sense to me is the honeycomb highway, or whatever that one.
Honeydome?
The Bumblebees one. Yeah.
Is that your guess?
Yeah.
No, it was actually Midnight Bay.
No, that was in season 1 too.
Yeah, it was in
It's been the
season
finale
1.
for every single season.
Yeah. So far, yeah.
Ended both. I guess it will end this one too. Oh, it will end this.
Yeah, it is.
Supposedly, according to, it's not announced on here. It might be, but I don't know.
I forgot about season 1. It will probably end season 3 if they know what they're doing.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
So how is this next question gonna work?
So no one gets
like,
points.
do I get start still, or is
So-
you start because you won the previous because we tied
Yeah.
basically. On this
So
one.
yeah, you get that one. So question 8
Okay.
is so basically, Woff, if you win this one, you get to pass Brendan.
Okay.
Get to.
Whew.
So name
That
the
was
two.
a tough question. I would not have thought of Midnight Bay.
Yeah, that actually probably should have been question 8. I didn't order these amazing, but it's okay. Question
Yeah, you
8.
did
Name
the
the two.
answer.
Name the two teams who have never DNQ'd in one season 2.
I guess each one's worth 4 points. I guess.
Oh man. So that would.
Wait, so only 2 teams in season 2 of Marbula 1 never did not qualify.
Yeah.
I almost said the obvious answer, but that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mm.
Hold on. I'm sorry. There's not 2. I screwed that one up. There's more than that. I need to double check. But I know I know there's at least 3. I'll double check.
Okay.
All right, we'll wait for him to double check, I guess. Gives us time to think. Season 2. I'm trying to remember season 2. I know one that isn't an answer. I know one for sure that seems like it would be, but is not. By far, I know this one.
I think we're on the same wavelength for that one.
Yeah.
I think so. Is if there's 3.
Yeah, there was 3. There's 3. 3 teams. So there's 3 teams who did not DNQ at all in Marbula 1 season 2.
All right. 3 teams. So I guess how would we? Well, I don't know. I guess we'll just.
Waff goes
split
first.
Points as you want.
Waff goes first. He just names 3 teams.
Right, but this is 8 points, right?
Do you want me to switch this up for question 9?
If you think that would be better, I'm fine with that.
Since that would be
Because,
more
with the
evenly
points-
divisible.
Equally divisible by far. It's a 9. Good.
Yeah. Alright, so let's do that. So question 8 for Waff is going to be which team would have won the WML Lead Cube Award if there was one?
What?
The WML
Winter Marble League.
Uh.
This is a very hard question.
Wait, what's the Lead Cube Award?
It's
the marble that places last the most.
It's kind of like reverse standings, but like not exactly.
Oh, Lead Cube. So a really bad marble material and a really bad marble shape. I get it. That's really good. That's fun.
Man,
the team winter, and this is Winter Marble League. So this is.
Oh my gosh, I don't even
Wait,
remember.
so this is the short one, not the 2018 one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this is that one like last year, where the Snowballs won.
No.
So it's not the Snowballs. There you go.
Snowballs got last.
No, thanks for telling me that.
Wait, what? I thought
Is
whatever.
it the Minty Maniacs?
No.
I mean, I'm assuming it's not the Snowballs since you just told me they got last.
I will say it's not
this
Snowballs.
This is the one. So there's an individual marble on this team that never got more than last place.
What?
You're saying You're
No.
saying that there's an individual marble on this team that got last place every time they competed.
No, that's not true. So the
Then what
way
is
Light Cube, so I'll just tell you. So Light Cube is a system in which it awards for each event. The last place finisher gets 4 points. The second to last place finisher gets 3 points. The 14th place
Oh.
gets 2 points, and the 13th place gets 1 point. Everything else gets 0. So the for example, in 2020, Mellow Yellow won the Lead Cube Award, even though they got 14th overall in the league, because they had like 4 last place finishes.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Right, because you can still get... I see. Because if you have like 4 last place finishes and then you get like firsts, you can still finish above
Yeah.
last place, but you get that lead cube points.
And in 2018, the
Interesting.
Balls of Chaos got 5th overall, but got 3rd in the Lead Cube because they were so inconsistent.
Interesting. So inconsistency we want. I mean, then I lean to the Limers immediately. I don't know. I forget if they competed in that, but I would lean Limers.
Is that your answer?
I'll go with it.
No, they weren't in WML.
They weren't in. See, I don't remember who was in WML. Who cares, right?
Oh, I can. Who cares? I can tell you who all the teams that were in
No,
WML.
probably not. Probably not at this point.
Okay,
You either had to do it in the beginning or don't worry about it.
true.
Yeah. My second guess, I will go with the Rojo Rollers.
Nope.
I would go Indigo Stars.
Nope.
All right.
All right, last guess.
Think here. To know my teams.
The Hazers?
Nope.
Wouldn't be the Hazers. Chocolatiers.
Nope. That's close. They were like 3rd or something.
Oh.
Oh man, who was it?
It was the Crazy Cat's Eyes.
What?
Wow.
I will.
I would never.
It's very. Here's the thing. So, in the Marble League Winter Special, there are 5 events. The very first event, Blue Eye, it was the Ice Dash. Blue Eye won the event. They were first place, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's Crazy Cat's Eyes, whatever." Second event, Snowboard Cross, Red Eye got last place. Speed Skating, next event, Crazy Cat's Eyes got 8th, didn't get any more points. Bobsled, event 4, they got 14th. Ice Hockey, they got dead last again.
I don't remember that, I guess.
It was a
I
big
never
meme
would've
how
guessed Cat's
the
Eyes.
Cat's Eyes just fell down the order. They started after the first event, they were first place, and then at the end of the event, they fell to 11th. They went first to 3rd to 4th to 8th to 11th because they just couldn't get any more good places.
Amazing. So I guess that leads us to 9, and Waff, you get to start.
Yeah.
Hey.
So yeah, name the 3 teams who have never DNQ'd in Marbula 1 Season 2.
Marble in Season 2.
This is a hard one.
I saw EG's guess in the Discord, so I don't know if I should be allowed to answer.
Let me look and see what his guess is.
Yeah, let me look too. I might as well.
Wait, don't you get it? Don't you look at it too?
Oh, I
Well,
see
think
it.
he's wrong. I don't know. No, he might. I don't know.
Well, did Brendan look at it too?
Yeah, I looked at it because I figured it'd be fair. Or
Oh.
now we're at least even.
Okay.
Yeah.
If y'all want, do you want to like edit the guess or use that guess? Because Waff, you go first.
Oh, okay.
Adu, why
Alright.
would you do that? By the way, Adu, very unfortunate.
Yeah, I got.
Come on,
delay 'cause
man.
it was so difficult.
But that's okay. Very
I'll stick
unfortunate.
with O Rangers. I will stick with Team Galactic, but I will exclude Cat's Eyes and replace them with. With the Thunderbolts.
So the Rangers and the Galactic are correct, but the Thunderbolts are wrong.
Darn it.
So hey,
I mean-
you got 6 points from that.
I mean, the only sensible thing for me to do is to say Cat's Eyes, so I'm going to say Cat's Eyes.
So yeah, it's the Cat's Eyes. Yeah,
So
Wait,
Adu
it
knew
was
the
a Cat's
answer.
Eyes?
it was. Yeah.
Yeah. The one that
Oh.
I thought for sure it was not is the Savage Speeders, because I know Rapidly didn't qualify one.
I thought Yellow Eye didn't qualify in one race.
No.
Cat's Eyes, and then we spoke about this on the show ad nauseum. Cat's Eyes definitely performed the best that we've ever seen a team perform in anything in that season. Just unbelievable. So I guess Boff, you get 6 from that, and
Yeah.
I get 3. So I'm at 17, and you're at
14
13?
or 13. It's
Yeah.
17 to
13.
13, Brennan, right now.
Okay.
So this
If you
last
didn't
question,
change it, you'd be in the lead.
do you want? So this last question is going to be very weird. We're getting rid of the make it take it. This is I don't know, kind of like a Jeopardy-ish question.
Okay.
And the question is list the 12 marbles who have at least 100 individual Marble League points with 2016 converted scoring. You have each marble that you list correct earns you 1 point, with each wrong guess taking away 1 point. I'm gonna ask if y'all would type the answers in the chat and send them at the same time. If that's okay.
Oh.
And
So wait, this is good. Ask
and
the question
and
again.
you must list 12 marbles, so you can't list like 2 that you know are in there.
You know what? Well, you know what we should do? Okay, you have to promise. You have to promise you're going to follow the rules. Mute the stream and then deafen yourself on Discord, and I'll deafen myself. So we can still get it. Oh no, the stream only runs off Discord. So just deafen yourself on Discord so we can talk about our thoughts. And have it recorded on Audacity, but it won't be heard. We won't hear each other.
Okay.
And then when Kaysen edits, he'll just show a little clip of a bunch of your thoughts, and then he'll show a clip of a bunch of my thoughts, like separate.
Yeah.
Because I want, or at least one of us, has thoughts, because it would be fun. It'd be fun to hear like us think it through. Because like it's not that it wouldn't be that hard for him to do that. He would just take, he would just pretty much just he would just show them separate. I mean, that's easy.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I'll have like a, what do you think, a 1 minute time limit? 45 seconds?
More like do like a 3-minute time limit. This is so, and ask the question one more time.
So list the 12 marbles who have at least 100 individual Marble League points with 2016 conversion. Each marble correct earns you 1 point, with each wrong guess costing you 1 point. You must list 12 marbles.
This is gonna be hard. All right. Well, I'm gonna deafen Waff. I'm just gonna talk it through. If because I'm gonna talk basically the whole time. If you don't think you will, then you can only show mine. It's up to you. You can figure it out in the editing. But I think it'll be cool to at least show some of the thought processes from both of us. All right.
All right, I'm gonna do a 2-minute countdown. I'll just say something.
Yeah, in the live chat, I'm going to post my answer in the live MSWP chat. So just put, when there's like 30 seconds, type 30 seconds in the live chat. So I know.
Send it at the same time so you don't have like, I'll just tell y'all when to send it.
When you type done, we'll undeafen and we'll honor system. Me and Waff won't change our answers. We'll be honest. And then after you say done, and then we'll both send them at the same time when you say go. All right.
All right. I have 2 minutes on the clock.
Start the time.
2 minutes
I thought.
2 minutes on the clock. All right,
2
starting
minutes.
now.
Let's do it.
All right.
Go. All right, guys, let's do this. So 2 minutes. We have to type fast.
Right.
So I'm gonna definitely, go speedy. That makes sense. I'm gonna definitely. Oh man, this is hard. I'm trying to think of teams that are solid. I mean, I'm definitely like Bolt, right? And like teams that would have to be there a while to rack up a lot of points, right? Because newer teams are not going to rack up as much. Even like Raspberry Racers, probably, I don't know, they might be because they were good, but I don't know. Like Mellow Yellow, since they won and they've been there a while. Like I'm thinking Yellow, and I'm thinking Yellup, and I'm thinking
5.
Rapidly because he's pretty good actually in Marble League. I'm thinking Yellow. No, I'm actually thinking
6.
Blue Eye. I'm thinking Red Eye.
Yellow.
I mean, maybe Green Eye. Actually, Green Eye. I feel like Green Eye is solid. So I'm gonna put Green Eye. What other teams stand out to me? Midnight Wisp. I'm thinking Wispy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8. Ah, crap! I need more. What are other teams?
I have 3 more.
Oh, Origin. How did I forget them? Clementon.
3 more.
Clementon. I think Kinowin. Kinowin's big. I'm sure of that one. I'm gonna think something also like Mallard. I'm gonna think like
30 seconds.
like Razzie, because I think they scored a lot of points. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I have to take one out actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I don't want to say this, but
so I'm gonna take out Mallard.
It's not right though. It's not right. Momo.
No, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna actually take out them and just put Billy. No, I'm gonna put Mallard in. Put Mallard.
Fuck.
Mallard. Okay, all right. That's my guesses. Let's do it. All right, I'm back.
All right, that's
I'm
time.
assuming. Oh, that was a. I'm not sure about this at all.
All right.
Oh shit! I have 1 more to pick.
Just type in 12 marbles.
Dude,
You're out of
Just
time.
type in one more marble. Just type in any marble. Literally type in.
I'm trying to think of the name. I can't think of the name.
Bon. Momo. I forgot about Momo. No, I forgot about Momo.
Wasp.
Oh,
Type in wasp. I don't know. Hornet guy. I don't know.
Don't type in the Hornets. You type it
Okay,
anyway.
I have my 12.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So just send them.
All right.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Send.
All right. So Waff has Speedy, Rapidly, Swifty, Origin, Clementon, Starry, Yellow, Hazy, Wispy, Momo, Redeye, and Momo. No, Momo.
No, 3 mo.
Yeah,
Three
Momo.
mows.
Not all of them are correct. I won't say exactly.
Okay.
So Brendan, you have Speedy, Bolt, Yellow, Rapidly, Blue Eye, Green Eye, Wispy, Origin, Clementon, Kinnowan, and Mallard. Also, not all of them are right. Remember, every one you get wrong costs you 1 point.
Cost me a point.
So
actually, I could get negative points and sink down a bunch.
Yeah, you could. So hold on, let me.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go through them. So each
Start with
individually.
Waff.
So
Start with Waff.
Brendan, Speedy. I'm just gonna go with each and do individual points. So Speedy is correct. So that's 1 point right there. But Bolt is not correct. So you're back at 0. Yellow is correct. So now you're at 1.
Okay.
Yellow is not correct. So back at 0. Rapidly is correct. Blue Eye is not correct. Back at 0. Green Eye is not correct. So -1.
Uh-oh.
Wispy is not correct. -2.
Uh-oh.
Origin is not correct. -3.
Really?
Clementon is correct. So -2. Kinnowan is
0.
correct. -1. Mallard is not correct. So Brendan, you got a net worth of -2 points from that.
So I'm down to 15 points total.
Yeah. So Waff, you need to get a net worth of 3 to win. If I swear, if you tie, I'm gonna get so annoyed.
That's gonna be so fun.
I don't have a tiebreaker question.
We'll think about it.
I'll find one. So
We'll fight to the death.
So Speedy, for looking at Waff's guess, so Speedy is correct. It's +1. Rapidly is correct. +2. Swifty's correct. +3. Orange is not correct. Orange is not correct. +2. Clementon is correct. +3. Star is correct. 4. Yellow's wrong. 3. Hazy is wrong. 2. Wispy is wrong. 1. Momo is wrong. 0. Red Eye is correct. And oh shoot, hold on, I messed up my count. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 1, 0. Red Eye is correct, so 1. And then Momo is wrong, so 0.
No,
Momo is wrong. I keep getting this up. So, Waff, I'm sorry, you got a net worth of 0.
Dude, you almost tied.
You almost
tied. If Momo was right, is there any Momo in there?
No. Momo,
really?
It is close. I will tell you, like, where each of them are. Orange is not close. Orange is at, like, 50 or something.
Oh, wow.
Kinnowan and Clementon were good guesses. I shouldn't have put Orange in.
Orange is not in the top 50. Let's see. I'm just gonna go through Waffs first, because that's just what I see first. Yellow has, has 96, so you're super close. Hazy has a 96 as well. Wispy has 92. Momo has 90. And Momo has 73. So a lot of those were like not bad. Let's see, Brendan
man.
Bolt has 59, so not really close. Yellow, as I said, has 96. Blue Eye has where is Blue Eye? Blue Eye has 79. Green Eye has 88. Wispy has 92, as I said. Mallard has where is it? It's 63. I'll tell you all the
Can you
correct
read the top 12? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you all the correct answers. So
Speedy's at the top, right?
no, so the order is Rapidly, Kinowin, Yellow,
That's funny
Starry,
that Rapidly's
Speedy,
at the top.
Clementon, Mandarin, Swifty, Red Eye, Minty Fresh.
Mandarin.
Yeah, Minty Fresh,
Minty
Anarchy,
Fresh.
and Wizzy.
Anarchy. And
Yeah, Minty
Wizzy.
Fresh is so weird.
Wow.
'Cause he got like 60 in like 2020, and then like
All right,
another
'cause it's
35 in
almost
2021.
Man, that's
Ah.
that's an interesting spread. I would not have ever guessed I forgot about Mandarin.
Yeah. And then you forgot Wizzy.
Yeah, I forgot.
And
Wizzy
then
too. I
Anarchy.
should have put Wizzy in there.
Yeah. What?
There's no Cat's Eye in there.
Red Eye. Red Eye's in there.
Red Eye. All right. Oh yeah, Red Eye. Why did I not put Red Eye? I put Red Eye and then it changed to Green Eye because I thought Green Eye was better in Marble League. I should have put Red Eye though. That was kind of dumb. But either way, I win by 2 points.
Yeah, you win by 2 points. So,
13.
cheer animation. I don't know. Yeah.
And that's the trivia segment, everybody.
It's time for the trivia segment to end. All right. That was good. That was fun. We got to do those every once in a while because those are fun. I hope you guys kind of enjoy the questions with us because I really enjoy these. Like these are good, and I think he has questions that are fun for everyone to think about. So I'm a big fan. So, I'll take 2 wins, 2 close wins. First one was by 1 point. This one was by 2. So Waff knows marbles, but Marble Guy,
Hey,
Brendan,
somebody should
he's
like.
been around.
I swear, like one of y'all or like somebody else needs to make like one and just like have like a massive like guest trivia tournament or something. I don't know.
Yeah. By the way, if we went up against marble-based people, me and Waff, depending on how the questions were, we'd probably lose because there's some people who don't take any time for the podcasting side, but do take a lot of time to stare at stats and who really would know stats.
Yeah,
So
there are some people that are like crazy. That I mean, like, I mean, they're pretty crazy. And how much like they know, and in terms of like journal stats, I think I mentioned before, I was in that Kahoot server, and like a lot of sometimes I used to make Kahoots, and people got mad because I would make like because I made like not amazing questions. I would ask like, what was the time on like, what time did Snarl get in a 5-meter sprint? And people like and I would say, or people got mad because I would say, I give like 3 times, and then I'd say Snarl didn't run. It was Anarchy that ran. And like sometimes that'd be the correct answer.
That sucks.
Yeah,
That's tough.
But no, there was like a couple people that would like consistently know like all the time, and I'm like, how do you know this? And it's not even just
That's
like for their
ridiculous.
team that they follow. It's just like they just know it.
That's
I don't know
crazy.
why. I don't know how. It's absurd.
That's
crazy.
Well,
we need to wrap up. It's been
we're
way too
very long.
That was the trivia segment. Now let's head back to the show. The show. Oh,
Trivia Yak, always a pleasure to have you on.
Yes.
You have
It's
as
been
many
great.
good thoughts as you have good questions, which is really nice because I mean, truly, we're going to clip that thing you said earlier because it's a fascinating stat. Fascinating, very. Send that around a little bit. But yeah, always a pleasure, man. This was great.
Thanks.
This episode will definitely hit the Reddit post so you can get out there a little more.
Thank you.
Yeah, it'll be a long one, but hey, if you're still listening at this point, thanks for staying this far. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. Roll on to Waff, who's going to say the ending thing.
Exactly. That's right. You can't take this from me
I
too,
almost did
along
it.
with your stupid victory.
Well, you'll have other times.
Hopefully. Roll on, Marble sports fans.